Logan, can you get Jordan Poole on because
Yeah.
that will be your next epic one.
I don't know. It's funny, man. Like it was actually during his his breakout year. I was like, "Yo, bro, let me get you on the podcast." And Jordan like doesn't like to talk to anyone or about anything personally at all. You have to, and I remember him saying, "Yeah, man, I got JJ Redick on my line. I got all these people on my line, and woo, 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 woo. And I ain't gonna do it." Like he, as Marcus knows, he revels in trying to be allegedly fake weight mysterious, and even though he's fake
Like,
weight
bro, you're
allegedly
due from
not.
Milwaukee. Stop it.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But like, that's one of the ones that I do want to get at some point. I just don't know how candid he'll be because he gets scared a lot when he has like real mics in front of him and things like that. I think, and this is something that I'd love to hear Marcus's opinion on, but like, I feel like with Jordan Poole and I feel like antics isn't the right word, but the way that he jokes and he does his mannerisms are really just a barrier that he puts up to the rest of the world so they don't talk to him, right? And
you mean the
I
90
think that
seconds?
the 90 seconds, the all of the things, right? Like even when he's doing the stuff on the sidelines, I think it's just a wall that he puts up to the rest of society. So I think that the best way to get to Jordan is through writing because you can talk to other people around him to make sense of him as a person because he definitely doesn't like to do that. But it would be a good challenge to get him to interview him in a podcast form. That's something that I would like to do, but you got to get him to agree to do something like that. And I don't think he's ready for that. I don't think he wants to do something like that. We'll see. I don't know.
One thing,
well, it feels
what
like
he is
though,
ready
like,
to do is to do the full Nick Young, like 2 days into his Wizards tenure. I'm like, dude, really? Come on, man.
Hey,
that was a tough scene.
He's had 2 of them, bro, like already, which is it's wild business. And Logan, I actually think this is gonna make him kind of change in that sense, right? Where he was able to be chilling on the side, the shadows. Because if you talk to Jordan privately, you see how cool he is, right? Jordan's got a lot of personality. He's a young, vibrant young man. He's low key hilarious. And then when he gets in front of the cameras, but he's about to go through some stuff. Da, he's about to get wizarded, right? He's about to get Washington wizarded, and I'm hoping it brings out another level. Like, you know what, man? Like, I'm tired. I got something to say, and kind of bring out the leader that Jordan Poole is. Right. I don't know, Da. You're the master of how the Washington Wizards can change.
Man, I think it'll be different around here just because the management's different. But bro, you can't be asking me to follow you when you're doing that, and you ain't played 2 games here yet, and you're already doing the Nick Young. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's what they're trying to get away from is amateur.
There's a thin line between the Nick Young and the Steph Curry, right? There's just a thin line.
Well, Steph made about 9,000.
Thin line between the shakes.
Like he didn't break out the night till about 8 years into his gig.
That's what I'm saying. But the thing with this is so interesting because it was an eye opener for me because I went to DC earlier this month to do something on JP, and just the night and day of environments from the Warriors to the Wizards was just astounding, right? Just even the player support and the just even the level of just like front officemanship. And now I do think that the changes that the Wizards made in the front office were really good changes. Like this, Will Dawkins has a pedigree, right?
Yep.
And so I'm curious to see how they build a team around Jordan and or how they build a team. But there was still remnants of the old regime by the time that I had gotten there, right? Like they've only been the new regime has only been in power for since April. So there were still a lot of remnants of the old situation. And I'm curious to see how JP will just adjust to that, to your point, because he had such a barrier to like even, I had heard like he skipped out on media the other day after a big loss, and that was something, the whispers around the Warriors that you would hear of like, if he out on his own, is he going to be able to handle just being the face of a franchise. And being a face of a franchise isn't just scoring 20 points a game. It's talking when your team gets his butt kicked, or it's just being a CEO of a team, of an organization. And, you know, I think in the last week or so, I mean, I know when I talk to him, and he's had it's weird because Marcus can attest to this. There's two sides of Jordan. There's the one you see on television and the one that you see behind the scenes, and they're two completely different types of people. Like there's the Nick Young miss, and then there's the person that's putting his arm around young guys and has this real heart to him, right? Yeah. And so he needs to figure out how he gets the behind the scenes Jordan that people defend him on to the public and actually make it all one person, because I think him living in the middle isn't going to be good for his long-term prospects as a franchise player. Like, he needs to figure out who he is so he could be a franchise cornerstone that he says he wants to be.
Yeah, it's going to take, I think, you know, you got to go through some growing pains. I'm not like killing him because he did it. I'm just saying that's why this team's been this franchise has been this franchise, because people do stuff like that because they think they can. And they, you know, it's like at some point you got to get people in here who are about this, you know, for real. So we will see.